like what activities can we do in the first weeks with starter one, because like the majority of our students, of new students, are of this level. And Katya asked me to talk about the program for the semester. So it's like,
for the first part.
Thank you so much. You just saved my presentation, because I was like, okay, what do I do next? Okay, so I don't know how many of you here have taught or is going to teach the semester on beginners like 0. And I don't know how many students are going to have in my classroom, how old they are, and their real level of English. And this is always the X of the question when we enter on starter 1. So you got to keep in mind, I think, that we are dealing with people with like really crude 0 English, probably 60 plus, and people like 18 years old. I use some English on my video games. I actually know some English, but I decided to start over again. And you have to, you know, just satisfy them both. So for the first weeks of class, since like starter books, you can like give them twice in the time of the semester. It's okay to start. I think it's pretty good to start with some activities for them to speak already in the very first day. And because like doing this, you're gonna be teaching the ones who know 0 English how to speak the basics, and also making the ones who already know some English practice so they don't feel bored in the first weeks. Also, of course, in the first day, we're going to be talking about how to use the microphone, how to use the camera, how to see the teacher, this kind of stuff. Like we're going to spend at least half an hour. You know this from last semester. So for the very first day of class, I like to do an activity with them of self-introduction, not using the book at all. So, and not like the classic, hello, what's your name? My name is, because I actually don't like it very much for the first day of class, because then we're gonna like introducing already what and your, and like, okay, not that is a problem, but I just prefer the other way around, already starting with I'm, already contracted. I don't tell them I am only later. So I prepared an activity on live worksheets. Do you know this website? If you don't, I do advise you to get to know it, because it's marvelous, not only to create your own worksheets, but also to gather from other teachers, because sometimes you're like out of creativity. And you just go them, okay, I want to talk about passive voice. So you type then search passive voice, and I'm going to see lots and lots and lots and lots of interactive worksheets. So this one, I decided to make it a bit like bigger than I usually do. Not only to show you all you can do here in this website, but also for the students to like already get familiarized with this. So here, I brought the presentations. My camera is moving because of my cat, okay? So not only to get to like the picture, I think the image is very important for them. So also things that they know, like no matter their age. So I brought Wonder Woman, Superman, and Spider-Man. And both reading and listening. As you're going to see the listening from the website, I put the automatic listening because first, it's going to be very easy. And second, it's going to be fun because it's like Google. So I'm sorry, my camera now just stopped working. Anyway, so here they have to read the presentation and listen to the superheroes introducing themselves. In this case, I like to put this as first activity, like before they even start speaking anything, for them to get to know like what they are supposed to say. Because whenever you ask a person, talk about yourself, they block, like, what do I say? What do I speak now? I don't know who I am. And this is even truer for the very beginners. So they are supposed to click on the superhero and listen to them speaking, like,
Hi, I'm Diana Prince, I'm a military secretary, I'm 30 years old, I'm from the island of Themisira, I like books, I can fight very well, nice to meet you.
so they're going to be speaking exactly what's in the balloon, and the student will have to link who said what, like this. It's the same for all of them, and it's supposed to be like very mechanic at this beginning, because later on I'll help them like making the connections, the linkings, and speaking faster. And so, of course, in the very beginning, it's normal that many people won't know how to say their occupation, how to talk about their ages, I mean the numbers. And I mean, that's okay. That's the point. Okay, where you teach them how to look for these things, like, eu sou funcionário público. How do I say that? No, go on this website, go on Lingui, and you tell them the websites and the apps they can use to search for new words. And also, if they are like, oh, I can't find it right now, I don't know if I can speak that. In the beginning, you can. I like to ask them to say, "Oh, if you don't know how to say what is your occupation in English, you can say in Portuguese the name right now, like I am a funcionário público." And later on, you learn how to say that vocabulary. But since you do that, it's important for you to know. Okay, so after they do this listening and reading and linking, I asked them that they are now the superhero and they have to introduce themselves. So they write down, like they just complete the sentences. Hi, I'm the name, I'm occupation, etc., etc. And then they have to record themselves. Like, if they are shy, they can be reading it. And if they are more outgoing, they can like, oh, let's try to speak it from heart. And as you finish this kind of activity, you can ask them to send them to your email or to your account in this website, so you can check what they did. You can listen to them and give them some advices, like, okay, you, I don't know, like a pronunciation or mistyping, I don't know, anything. And that's how I start my work in the first week. Questions, comments?
Good, William. William, tell me one thing. William,
live worksheets.
This live, yes, live worksheets. The students, each of them get, it's not interactive, like they answer it and you share the screen at the same time. No, this is something for them to do at home.
Actually, I like to do like live with them, like everybody listening together and thinking together. And then I ask them separately, okay, now you are Clark Kent, read it. Not, I don't say like you are for the first week. I say like, who wants to read it in Portuguese? And then they tell me. But later on, I send them the link so they can redo at home.
Okay.
Hey, I say something, Katya?
Yes,
you?
Sure.
Last year, I was working with the Iniciante one, and I did a very similar activity. And it was like, I show them the superheroes, because it's good. This thing of knowing what you're talking about and feeling connected, and you bring back your childhood and all those things. But instead of having them telling their information, because I knew their information because I had the list, I asked them to create their own superhero. So using like car clients information, Diana's information, create your own. What does he do? What does he like? What is her name? What is his name? And it's very good to have them creating their superheroes because they came up last year with such great creativity productions. So I think it's good also to have them create their own. But it was very similar. It's very good to work with the superheroes because you can build your own out of something.
Yeah, thanks for adding. I mean, I asked them to talk about the superheroes also, but later, like when talking about introducing others, ask them, okay, so talk about your favorite superhero. And they bring things like, oh, my favorite superhero is Hulk, he is ta-na-na, ta-na, ta-na-na. And then they put all that information, but in the third person. And later on, of course, they want to talk about their colleagues and like real life situations. But I always like to start from something out of no, from fantasy.
Yes, we played a game later, and to work with the third person, we decided to play like a little play, actually, that they were superheroes for real. And in the real life, they had to unite and face the crime, face something, and they had to get to know each other better. So I made them to introduce each other. Like I asked them, please, Fulan, do you know that superhero? And it was her friend. And she said, oh, I know she came from São Gonçalo, and it's good to have them talking to each other like that. It's a very good activity working with this fantastic and very connected with childhood pictures.
Excuse me, may I?
Want to talk, Vinicius?
Yes.
Please.
William, I would like to ask you something. Is this your first class or your first week of class?
First week.
First week. Oh, okay. So if I may just add something about the first class, I believe everyone here is probably prepared for that, but just in case, we gotta be ready to lose at least 50% of our first class explaining to the students how the platforms work. Otherwise, none of the strategies that William mentioned, for example, will work because they won't know how to share the screen, they won't know where to go, they won't know how to use the class and the browser simultaneously. So we gotta be prepared to at least spend like an hour or 45 minutes of our first lesson explaining everything in details to them, depending, of course, of the platform that we're going to use. I saw in our program that we're gonna have Paulo talking about Meet, and tomorrow Thiago talking about Zoom. You know, so I believe this is something we gotta pay attention to because we're gonna have to do a pretty similar speech to our students. Otherwise, it's gonna be messy, it's gonna be hell, and it's gonna be chaotic. You know. I'm sorry for the negativity, but it's the reality. I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna go down.
Might I add something else? I believe that not only should we teach our students how to use the platform, but also let them know how PROLEM works, right? Tell them about the tests, tell them about the dates, tell them about the book, how it works, because I believe that we have to sometimes teach students to be students. So tell them that how they will be assessed, how the tests work, how you think the semester is going to pan out. So all this is really important, and I believe that the first class is we should use our class to do that.
Yeah. Now say louder to the people in the back because these were very important information. Okay, do I still have some time to bring something else?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, William, just a question. Live worksheets, is that a free website or
Totally
teachers
free.
have to pay? Totally free?
I mean, if I have to pay 1 cent, I'm not gonna buy it. This is how I work. I only have a Zoom license because my work pays for it.
Oh, okay.
But well, of course, like you're going to spend probably half of the first class teaching them how to use the platform, and then probably half of the second class as well, because many students miss the first class. We know this reality. But well, these activities of I am, I'm from, etc., they are like only for the first week. So what do we do in the second week now? So I like to bring them lots of activities from different websites and apps that they can use, like as much as they enjoy it. So ask them, okay, so if you like music, you can use this app. If you like reading, you can try this website, something like that. So I prepared for the starter one, an activity in that website, lyrics training, that we all know, I imagine. And I don't know if you know, but in lyrics training, if you have an account, you can create your own activity. So you can select what words you're going to ask them to fill. So I prepared Barbie Girl, which is a song that like everybody knows. It's very 2000s pop. And I selected some expressions that they are learning in the first weeks of classes, like I'm, your, I'm already connected with the article, and also making them like having fun and singing along later. I don't know if I can, oh yes, I can edit here. Who's chatting with me? Yeah, it's fantastic. So here selects the level, like I put beginner. So it begins like, hi, Barbie, hi, Ken. So I selected hi, they have to listen, and okay, so they said hi. And all of the, like a little bit more advanced grammar, I just let it go. And I'll just select like, I'm, it's, let's go, I'm, it's fantastic, because they already listened to it some verses before. And by the end, they're gonna be singing the whole chorus by themselves. Come on, Barbie, let's go party, because it repeats like lots of times during the song. And as I do in the first activity, I also do along with them online, live. And later on, I send the link so they can practice at home, redo if they want to. That's it.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, you want to say something? Ask something?
Katia, I see that for some of us, when we face our classes or our groups, we may see some old people. And I was thinking that we have to keep it as simple as possible for them. So one of the things that we have to pay attention in our first classes is we have to teach them to use the advices, but we also have to have them calm, because some of those people feel really not comfortable with technology. So we have to keep it simple as possible.
You know, Pedro, I don't know what's going to happen next week. Nobody knows.
Yes.
We have completely different students. Last semester, we had PROLEM students who enrolled for face-to-face classes. And then in the beginning of the semester, they were shoved in this online thing that they had no idea about. They didn't like, they didn't want, they didn't ask for, they had nothing to do with it, and they were shoved into it. Now we have a completely different situation. We are offering a course which is online. So people who cannot deal with online classes, they are not coming. I hope, I hope that those who come are those who at least have an internet connection, you know, have, you know, a way to be online, to learn online. So it's very clear that the classes are going to be online from the very beginning. So I think, I hope, I'm, you know, kind of, you know, believing that we'll have a different groups, you know, especially those Iniciante and those who have taken the placement test, yeah, who are coming in other levels, but who are starting at PROLEM right now. This is my, you know, what I think is going to happen. It's just, you know, what I imagine is going to happen. And, you know, I'm preparing a site, you're going to like it. I'm preparing a site for the students. Yeah, it's coming out very nice. And I'm having some help, of course. And I have recorded 3 or 4 tutorials for them on how to use Google Meet and how to use Zoom, you know, but I don't know if they're going to watch them, right? But anyway, probably you're going to have, maybe go through with the site. The site has the book and then the test, the calendar. There is a mock test for them to do. So there's everything there step by step. So maybe you enter, you know, you go over the site with them in the first class. Okay, but that's, you know, tomorrow we're going to talk about this a little bit more.
Yeah. No. I think my point was all about the tutorials and to have them calm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, just adding something to this. Yes, this is like, even though they know it's online, we gotta keep them calm. Okay, there's no, you know, Herculean monster. Just do one thing at a time. No need to worry. If you are uncomfortable, please talk to me. I'll help you. You know, you are teachers. You have to do this like no matter what.
Yeah.
But this is important to keep in mind.
Okay. Now, can we go to Paul's presentation?
Yeah.
Yes. No more questions, no doubts. Can yeah. Okay. Thank
Do
you.
you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, very well.
Yeah, very well.
I just bought these beautiful headphones. I don't know if they work properly, but I think they do because of your reaction. Thank you, William. Following William's speech is always a trouble because William creates magic in his classroom. This guy is a wizard, Harry Potter kind of magic. So I'm gonna try to do my best because